right. Once again, good morning, everyone here in Europe. Good afternoon, all those which are in Far East. Let me just share my screen and 1 second. Clack, share, and let's start. You got it?
Yep. Yep. All
All
good.
right. So I am proudly representing here PKP Group and daughter company of PKP Cargo. I mean the PKP Cargo Connect. Uh, as you know, PKP Cargo is the leading and one of the biggest railway operator in Europe, but I want to focus more because we have limited time. I want to focus more about our possibilities and our vision of this corridor. As you can see on the small map, PKP Cargo Connect with their offices, warehouses, terminals. We are almost everywhere in Poland. And as this daughter company of PKP Cargo, we have this background with full potential of our mother company to handle all possible volumes, all possible type of cargo from any direction in Poland and in Europe. But when we focus more on the border with Ukraine, we have our two terminals, which is Medica and Dorohusk, and of course we are operating on the White Gauge line, PKP LHS from Hrubieszów border cross to Slavkov. This is our terminal in Dorohusk. And I want to focus more here on the map because this is what people in logistics prefer more. I mean, what we are observing, it's really hard to find a volume which will come via Gdansk from China, from EU, from UK, or from Scandinavian countries and come into Gdansk and come out from Odessa. Of course, there will be some volume, but we should think about this corridor more as a let's say highway with multiple exits and multiple place to get in, because what we observe that there is a volume which is coming from multiple directions to Gdansk and can go to Ukraine, but not to Odessa, somewhere here to Kiev, to Lvov, to Vinnytsia. Why? Because whenever you check the rates, even you check the rates on every ocean carrier, the rates from China to Gdansk are far more cheaper than from China to Odessa. It was mentioned already because there is in Bosphorus Strait there is this ship size limitation. So where we see the first potential is everything what can enter to Gdansk can be transported cheaper to at least west side of Ukraine. On the other hand, we have all this volume which can come from China, of course, because I was participating in the test shipments from Poland via Trans-Caspian corridor to China, but from Central Asia via Odessa to Poland, maybe there will be some volume that can go through Port of Gdansk to UK. But for the moment, I cannot see that it will be something really big, yes, to run the block trains. So as I said, we should think about this corridor as a highway for the goods that can come from Europe, from EU to Ukraine, but not only to Odessa, generally to Ukraine, and also from Turkey, from Caspian countries, from Middle Asia countries via Odessa to Poland to EU. Focusing only about this, it will be a mistake. Also, what we have big coming slowly to what Dominic mentioned. We have this volume which is coming from China to Malachevich. Last year it was over 12,000 trains, which is 1 million TEU, which is what Dominic's done, I don't know, in 3 months, more or less. So of course, the railway transport here never will grow as high as the sea transport. But as you also Dominic said, it should be somehow complementary. But coming back to this corridor, all the volume which is coming from Malashevice, there is still some volume which is going back to Ukraine. So why not add it to this corridor? And what we miss now, also what Dominic already said, that it's stable block train, stable public block trains, regular once per week, twice per week, 3 times per week. It of course depends the volume. We are working on it. Edwin will say some words more, I guess. So we still need some time, but I'm pretty sure that we are really close. But again, please don't think about this corridor only about connecting Gdansk and Odessa. Just connecting Poland with Ukraine as our natural partner and our very friendly country for us. And so this corridor is to connect both countries and to connect Ukraine with Poland and with rest of the world. That's it. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Wojciech. It's very interesting, and I think also helps with one of the questions that I had earlier, which was the difference in transit opportunities, either via Odessa or via Poland. And you mentioned that the sea freight is much higher to the Ukrainian ports, probably because they're smaller ships, I'm guessing. What do you think might happen if, for example, there wasn't a restriction on the Bosphorus Straits? Do you think that, or how do you think that would impact the situation for Ukrainian ports, but also for this transport corridor idea?
In fact, I can tell you from inquiries which we get that there is a lot of volume which is coming to Port Gdansk from China, but it's not transported then to Ukrainian containers, but is reloaded to the trucks and then going on road to Ukraine. It's also because of the empty containers reposition. Yes, I mean giving back empties to depot. But whenever the price will be more or less equal, for sure this part of the volume which Mr. President Michalczewski mentioned will be switched more to Odessa. But for the moment, yeah, there are those. I don't know how advanced are those plans to build the channel in Turkey for the bigger ships, but for the moment, I'm not pretty sure if it can happen. More whenever we will start whenever we will start those block trains which we are talking about, and also which Dominic was mentioned, I can see bigger potential for Port of Gdansk and for this traffic via Poland to at least Western Ukraine or at least to Kiev, because money talks, yeah. So so it will be just cheaper and probably faster to get this cargo to Ukraine.
No, absolutely, and you're spot on that money talks. I'd just be a bit concerned if I was sitting in Odessa Port Authority with this development, because I think some volumes would move. But who knows? We will see.
Sorry, Steve, but on the other hand, what we are working on is this very big volume which is going from Turkey to Europe, and this volume is not let's say equal. I mean, there is a lot of exports from Turkey and far more
Not so much
import.
import.
And when we use this, when you use the trucks or whenever you use trains, is really hard to maintain. I mean, to maintain the stable flow. Whenever we will do this via Ukraine, via Odessa, and via railway connection in Ukraine, then I see some potential benefit of using the containers in some let's say flow this way, because nowadays we have in South Poland we have lack of containers for export. What I heard, there are some containers in Turkey when I talked to some shipping lines, so they were very interested to establish this connection. Also because when you start from Turkey and go all around the Europe to Gdansk, is 24 days. When we will go via Ukraine to every place in Poland is 7 days. Plus you have already the container for export.